Hey, you guys, and welcome to American Culture. Look behind me. So I've discovered live streams when I was trying to see what that little bald eagle situation was. Long story short, this is somewhere in the Pacific Northwest, and this is like heaven on earth. I said, God, are you talking to me? Because seriously, I could live like this. With that being said, I have turned the page. I am now completely living whatever it is that God wants me to live. Like I said, when I came back from this cruise, God started talking to me about how I actually interact with him in my life. I am grateful. Yeah, but was I actively living like God had a step-by-step plan for my life? No, I was still very much planning for myself. But one of the last things my grandma left me with, and I specifically asked her this, before it was way dementia. This is in 2021. She died in 2022. And I said, Grandma, like if you could leave me with one Bible verse, what would it be? And she said, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. And now I completely understand what that means. The thing is, you guys, when you don't have trust for God, all of your heart, it's hard to want to bond with him. It's hard to want to plan with him. Think about it. People you don't trust, you don't want to bond with him. You don't want to go places with him. You don't want to plan with him. So it's hard to trust in the Lord with all your heart and do the things that trusting people do when you don't trust. Leaning not on your own understanding, it means, Alicia, don't get up and try to plan life yourself. Don't get up and say, I have to do this and I have to go do that. Now, don't get me wrong, you have responsibilities. They're just things that I have to do to make sure that my life floats. If I just sat in the corner and did nothing, I don't think I'd have a place to live. Now, don't get me wrong. I do believe in God's miraculous power, but it also says don't test him. So me being an able-bodied person sitting here doing absolutely nothing would be stupid. So I'm not saying that you can just go out there and negate your responsibilities, but I am saying there are a lot of times when you put more pressure to do stuff, to be places, to go that's your own plan. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Lean not on your own understanding. Acknowledge him in all of your ways. Meaning that when you first wake up in the morning and say, hey, God, I want to go someplace, acknowledge that God is there to help you get there. And actually open yourself up to receive whatever information he's going to give you, because he will give you the information and the guidance. So trust in the Lord with all your heart. Lean not on your own understanding. Acknowledge him in all your ways, and he will make your crooked path straight. So if you're wondering, why does it feel like I'm going all over the place and I'm lost and I'm this and I'm that? You got a question. Do I trust God enough to really lean into having a bonding experience with him? Opening myself up to saying, okay, God, let me be humbled and ask you what you want to do today. Knowing that that's going to be better for me than the plans that I have for myself. Because that is what's going to make me walk in a straight line. And so I am now fully living that verse. I trust God. I trust him. I trust him. I can't even give you all the circumstances that have led me here, but I trust God with all my heart. I am no longer sitting here waking up every single morning with my own plan. I've got to do. I wake up completely receptive. I have my blanket things that, they're a part of life that I must do, that I'm responsible to. But for the most part, I am open and available to whatever direction and guidance God wants to give me. And it's cleared up a lot of things. It's left me doing some crazy stuff. Like I said, you guys, I am about to go to. Just going to tell you, I'm going to St. Croix. Of all the ways I could have gone anywhere in the world, and I am truly thankful and grateful for that. But God really, He directed me to St. Croix. I don't want to go to St. Thomas. I don't want to go to St. Martin. I don't want to go to St. Kitts. I don't want to go to any of those things. I want to go to St. Croix and just sit in this place. I have already envisioned it. It is near the water. I can see the sunrise. I'm going to read a book. And that is it. That is all that I have for me right now. And like I said, it's the first time in my life where I'm not going to chase down this or try to hunt down that. I'm just going to be open and available to whatever it is that God wants to say. And I didn't give myself 1,000 no's. Don't get me wrong, you guys. Just like any fly gal out there, I could give myself a million reasons. Well, maybe not a million, but I could give myself a few decent reasons why now's not the right time. And oh my gosh, but I'm not. I'm taking the resources, I'm taking the yes, and I'm going to go do what God told me to do. So, yeah, that's my new phase. I'm trusting in the Lord with all my heart. I'm not leaning on my own understandings. I'm acknowledging Him in all of my ways, and my path is now straight. If I could ask for anything, you guys, just a little bit of strength, because your girl needs to go back to Dubai. And I get it. I think that God is kind of like, He's Because if I will go to the Caribbean, if I will just get up and say, I got to get out of here, I'm doing it. If I will do that, then he's testing to see if I really do trust what he has told me about Dubai. And I do. I do know that if I just go to Dubai. Have a blessed day, you guys.